Hello and welcome to
AlternativeNews.org, a news website produced by the Alternative Information Center, a joint Palestinian-Israeli organization based in Jerusalem and Beit Hahor.
Cassandra Dixon
is with the Christian Peacemakers Team. She has been coming to the Hebron area each spring for the past 6 years. We'll speak with Cassandra today about occupied childhood,
report by international human rights activists in Hebron. The report documents the loss of childhood in this West Bank city. Cassandra, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
I want to start by asking you firstly, why did you write this report?
Well, we were somewhat prompted to write about a very large arrest of children on March 20th. There were 26 outside the school here in Hebron, like all at once, which was really shocking and startling. But for a lot of us who work here in Hebron, it was like we were also very aware of the fact that that was not an isolated incident and that we see arrests and detentions of children often, and also other events that also impact their childhoods. And I am a parent myself. My children are grown now. They're young adults. But I think that it's anyone who has been close to children at any time in their life, when you see children who are just sort of not getting to be kids, it's upsetting and it stays with you. And so I think that largely we did it because we felt the weight of the knowledge of what childhood is like for children in Hebron, and we wanted to let people know. And we found ourselves, emailing friends and calling friends and asking them to be aware of this and think about these children. And I guess we just wanted to get the information out further. So thank you so much. Today for taking the time.
Thanks to you. Thank you.
Also that Hebron was kind of isolated in a lot of ways, and on top of that, the old city neighborhoods are closed. Literally, the streets closed in a lot of cases. There are a lot of checkpoints here, and so I think that there's less traveling in and out of here than there is in a lot of places, and so realities here can kind of fall off the map for other people, and I guess we wanted to address that.
Okay. And
what are the most prevalent human rights violations that you see are committed against children in Hebron?
I guess that the fact that law enforcement for them is done by soldiers, and they're soldiers of, they're not soldiers of, and so like when I think of this and imagine my kids having a problem with the legal system and being in the legal system, it would be civil police, and it would be civil police from our own city or township or county, and I, as a parent, would have such different access to that system from what parents are faced with here. So the fact that children are arrested by soldiers or detained by soldiers, they're often then blindfolded and handcuffed and walked distances or transported distances, and their parents don't know about this as it's happening. Children are not able to call a parent or a guardian or a legal representative immediately, and in some cases are held for some time without being able to make that contact. So I think that this adds up to terrible insecurity for children and a sense of sort of resting sense of fear all the time that this could happen anytime. And if children are arrested and detained once and the experience is terrifying for them or leaves them with emotional scars and problems. Added to that is the fact that it can happen again at any time. And so it's very they were all handcuffed and walked through checkpoints, and I think all of them had terrifying experiences. And that's just within the last, I had dinner last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's ongoing, and it's a reality that children live with all the time, and that growing up with that is just so different from the way that my children grew up. I think that I feel a personal responsibility to talk about it. I think that for my kids and the kids they grew up with, their friends and their schoolmates and their neighbors, it's something like if even.
Hello, Cassandra? Hello? Hello? So we lost connection. We will try to contact Cassandra again. Just give us a few seconds.
Give us a few seconds.
We thank you all.
For assisting the IC Vision program.
It is true that
the report that is on the Peacemakers website, if I'm not mistaken, is very comprehensive. It documents day by day all the violations of human rights that children of Hebron have been suffering.
What Cassandra mentioned,
the event of the 20th of March is particularly striking because the army arrested 27 children. Some of them are almost toddlers, and mainly for reasons of throwing stones,
but not on the
precise day of the 20th. They are claimed to have thrown stones previously in the past, and the army chose this day of the 20th of March to arrest them, with, as we know, no concrete proof of them throwing it. There's more details that, for instance, children have been asked. Oh, the connection with Cassandra is coming back.
Just give me a second. Hi, Cassandra? No, it's not you.
No, it's not you. Don't worry. Can we just try to get your camera again?
I'll have just a
last question to ask you.
Great,
we have you here.
Welcome
back. No problem. Can you just lower a little the screen? Can we get you? Perfect. Thank you so much. Just one last question, and then we'll leave the internet alone.
What do you think can be done for international activists and in general for Israel, for the Palestinian Authority, or from the Palestinian to stop these violations? How can we help you?
So I think that the first step is just consciousness of the largeness of the human rights problem. So to stop thinking of an isolated event here or an isolated event there, but to see it as a whole, to see the population of children here, and that there were 47 arrests within this short period of time, and understand that that's a problem. The first step is to realize that it's not okay. And then I think that that Israel needs to take responsibility in Hebron for kind of policing its military here. That soldiers are in a position of law enforcement here in a civilian neighborhood where they're dealing with children. And so if that's going to be done, it should be done much more carefully than it's being done. I think that other NGOs and appropriate UN agencies need to weigh in on this and say that this is not acceptable, and put pressure on Israel to change how law enforcement is done here in the city of Hebron, and then individuals need to let their elected representatives know that they're unhappy with this, and that when funding requests come for funding law enforcement or funding the military here in the occupied Palestinian territories, that it needs to be made clear to that we are not interested in funding this type of law enforcement, that we're not interested in funding, in paying for flex cuffs to be used on children, or buying blindfolds to be used on children, or purchasing vehicles to transport children without the knowledge of their parents.
Well, Cassandra, thank you so much for answering our question from Hebron. Really, it was really instructive, and I encourage everybody to really go and read the report. We can find it on Peacemakers' website, right?
That's right. Or if you Google occupied childhood, it will come up. So,
Okay.
and Christian Peacemaker Team's website is bbc.org, or our law address is bbcpalestine.org.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Cassandra. This was Joanna. This was Joanna Wagner for thealternativenews.org.
Hi, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you so much. Sorry, we have 10 seconds of white after the end.